Welcome to Senior Break. I'm Dawn Medici with Oxford Township Parks and Recreation.
And I'm Marie May with Addison Township Senior Center.
Hi.
So Dawn, it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
How was your vacation?
My vacation was amazing. It was beautiful. We were up in the Upper Peninsula, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. So
You had good weather, didn't you?
we had amazing weather.
Good.
It was going the weekend prior to the 4th of July, so it was really warm, really hot temperatures, but it was great. You forget that the state of Michigan is just not the Mitten.
Yes.
We also have the Upper Peninsula, and if you have an opportunity to get out and travel, there's so much more to see and discover within our state.
It's
our
so
entire
beautiful.
State.
And Michigan's got so much to offer.
It does.
It's
It
got
really does.
so many things for all year round, not just for summertime.
Right.
It's got so many different things.
Yes, especially with the seasons,
Yeah,
the change
yeah.
of the seasons. So it's just beautiful. So if you have an opportunity to get out and go see it, go
worth it.
Go explore.
And for
our state.
Michiganders, it's close.
It is.
Wherever you go, it's close.
Yes,
so that's
so-
good too.
Well, good.
Yeah.
So I know before I went on vacation in our last show, we were talking. I believe we were talking about the Miss Senior pageant.
Yes, that's coming
And-
up. That's going to be coming up next week, next Wednesday, and I think there's still tickets if anybody wants to go.
That would be
That's at
fun.
OPC in Rochester,
Right.
and we will crown the new Miss Senior Michigan for
Yeah.
next year.
That would be great, and
And
I
it-
would love to have the new Miss Senior Michigan on our show this fall.
I will
So,
invite her.
Yes.
When I see her.
I look
Yes,
forward to that.
It's good, and it's when I first ask any ladies if they would like to be on it, they're afraid that they don't have some kind of entertainment, but everybody does. They
Right.
don't think they do, but they do.
They do. You can
don't
find
have to be-
something.
Yes, you don't have to be a singer or a dancer. It could
No.
be, one lady was good at reading to her grandchild
Right.
at night, so that was her talent.
Yes.
Her talent was to do it, and I believe she won that year.
Well, that's
So
great.
it's something good.
So what's going on your side of town this coming weekend?
This weekend we have Strawberry Festival in Leonard, and it's hopefully the rain is going to
Hold
But
on.
every year, it's for the last 20 years, it's rained, and then
Yeah.
the sun would come out, so we just kind of bear with it. But the parade's at 4 o'clock,
Okay.
and come on out. It's just a nice day.
Yes.
Then there's entertainment at night.
Right, and that's all in downtown Leonard.
Mm-hmm. Downtown Leonard,
Down-
right in the
okay.
streets, right in
Right.
the streets. So.
That'll be fun.
Yep, the entertainment, I believe, is after the parade. It starts, and there's 2 bands.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's a fun day.
Well, and I know we've been talking about our upcoming shows and some of our guests, so we wanted to talk and share with you guys so you can plan ahead. But
Got Mr. Bruce Berger coming next time, in August. And I don't know his official title because I don't have my paper,
Yeah.
but he is in charge of the senior centers, I believe, in Michigan. So there's a lot of things we can ask him.
Okay.
And he should be a lot of information for us.
Right.
And I know with me, Dawn, probably with you too, I've got seniors now, their lives are changing, sadly, either from divorce or death, and they need information on what do I do.
Right.
And it's so good to know you have somebody like my Blue Cross is changing now, or my monies
Changing.
are going to change,
Right.
and so I have to change a lot of different things. So it's really good to have somebody like Mr. Berger where you know you've got a contact.
Right.
Or your senior center first. Your senior center is the best way to do it because they will get in contact with who you need.
Right. They can
So,
all provide you with those resources.
I know, I'm glad
Absolutely.
that I have that. If I called you, you'd probably could tell me who to get a hold of if I
Yes.
needed something.
Yes.
So
Right.
I like that.
Right.
I
So,
like it.
well, I'm excited to have Bruce on board in August,
August.
beginning of August. I think it's
I think
August
it's
the
the
3rd.
I think it's
August
the 3rd.
yeah.
Yes.
And then later in the month, we're going to have a representative from PACE from Southeast Michigan. And they're all about you, and they provide some services and by focusing on you and helping you with your use of Medicare, Medicaid, your private funds to cover all your necessary care and services.
Get a
So-
lot of information in one spot with
Right.
them. Yeah.
Exactly.
And another thing too, we were talking about if we could have different creative
Yes.
things on the show.
This is a great idea, Marie.
think
I'm
it's good.
great you thought about it.
I am happy with it too. So if someone out there would like to show us and do demonstrating really how to make baskets, how to make even cooking.
Cooking,
We can
flower
have cooking,
arrangements.
flowers. I'd love to do a segment on that. I
Yeah.
think that would be fun.
Sure, or if
And
you
we
have a
could learn.
talent that you would like to share and show people, maybe you can juggle.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's
you're
a good
a
idea too.
magician, you
yes,
know?
Yes,
So,
I think that would be very, very nice.
right, we would love
Very
to have
nice.
you on board. So if you're interested, please reach out to
Either
myself
one. Yeah.
or Marie.
Yeah, yes.
And you can contact Dawn, myself, at 248-628-1720, extension 101 at the Oxford Township Parks and Recreation, and Marie.
And mine's 248-628-3388.
All right.
And that's a senior center.
Yes. So
That
our
would be
special,
fun.
we have a special guest today. Her name is Dawn Neely, and she's with Seniors Helping Seniors.
Oh.
And I'm really excited to have her
good.
on board with us
Okay.
today to share all of their services that they provide to our
good.
community.
Yes,
So
yes.
when,
Okay.
when we come back, we will have Dawn join us. So we'll see you in just a
Okay.
moment.
Be right back.
Canine Stray Rescue is Oxford's own local dog rescue. Call them at 248-628-0435 or go to their website dogsaver.org and click on the Canine Stray Rescue League link.
Welcome back to Senior Break. I'd like to welcome our guest, Dawn Neely from Seniors Helping Seniors. Welcome.
Well, thank you very
Welcome,
much.
Dawn.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you having me.
Yes, I'm so glad you can make it out today. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it. So I'm really excited to get to know you a little bit better, as well as what helping seniors
Actually do.
seniors
Yeah.
helping seniors is all about.
Who we
So-
are, what
Yes.
we
Right.
do. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
So
I'm happy to share. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come out and share with everyone. Seniors Helping Seniors is something that was born out of, I would say, a personal experience.
Okay.
In 2008, actually in 2007, both my mom and my husband's mom became very ill at the same time. And as it is for many, we were kind of thrust into a world of caregiving that we didn't really understand, or we didn't really know what to do. And we became tremendous advocates because our moms had been part of our support network for so long. My husband and I were juggling corporate America, and you know, we have 5 children, so we were, piano recitals and soccer games and all that. So there were a lot of things that our moms were crucial in, and we knew that we had to do everything possible to make sure they had the care that they needed,
Yes.
and that it be something that they could relate to.
Okay.
So as we recognized that we were becoming advocates not only for our mothers but for others as well, our moms were in rehabilitation communities, so there were a lot of seniors that didn't have anybody to help them.
Right.
And we kind of found ourselves in a new world and really feeling passionate about making sure our seniors had what they needed. We just felt that, our seniors deserve to be respected and
Yes.
treated with dignity. And we found that sometimes that just wasn't happening, or somebody might not have someone close that could advocate for them. So we just became very frustrated. And unbeknownst to me, my husband actually found a company called Seniors Helping Seniors. And one of the problems that we were having initially was that our moms were receiving help, and it was a different person each time. It was a very young person. I don't have anything against our youth. Our youth are amazing. I have them. I love them. For our situation in particular, the model of Seniors Helping Seniors just made sense.
Right. It fit.
It fit.
Yeah.
It was something that our mothers could really feel comfortable with. This is, when you match a mature individual with another that needs help, a mature, seasoned person can perceive some of the things that come along with aging. that a younger person might not have the ability to do.
Right.
And there's a time and a place for everything. I want our youth to be enjoying their youth, right?
But they can understand each other.
Exactly.
They can understand each
There's a
other. They can relate to
relationship
each
that
other.
can be
Yes.
established.
And the youth don't have necessarily the life experiences as at that point that
Right.
an adult would have.
It's true, and it's a model that might not work for everyone, which is fine because we have wonderful partners in home care, right? But we just felt like it was a perfect fit for our moms. Well, unfortunately, we discovered that it wasn't available in Michigan. It was
Okay.
only available in Pennsylvania, and again, my husband continued conversations when he found out it wasn't available with Seniors Helping Seniors, and ultimately they asked us to come out and learn more about what they do and possibly bring it to Michigan for the first time. So that's
Oh.
how it got here.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So where's the location here around Oxford, Lake Orion? You're in Clarkston, is that correct? Yeah?
Yes, our
Okay.
address is technically Clarkston. I grew up in Lake Orion and have been local always. I moved into Oxford 23 years ago, and I've always had this community in my heart. So we worked out of our home for 7 years, then we moved into a brick and mortar in Lake Orion for another 7 years, and we've been in our new location for a year that is technically in Clarkston on Clarkston Road and Baldwin.
In Baldwin, yeah.
Yeah.
So real close.
Very close.
Very close.
Yeah.
Well, great. Now, do seniors come into your brick and mortar space, or is it more they can or can they, and then you're going into their homes?
Actually, so we do not have a location where seniors actually come to. Our goal is to help seniors stay independently and safely in their homes,
Okay.
or let's say in their home environment, because that home environment may be a home they've lived in for 30 years, 50 years, or it could be a home they've downsized into. Or it could even be in a senior community, because a lot of times seniors in communities need extra support as well.
So what would they call you for?
The types of things that we do are non-medical, so we don't provide medical support. But the types of things that we do are helping them keep their homes clean, launder clothing, prepare meals, provide transportation, assist with personal grooming and bathing that can become challenging, and medication management. And while we're not medical, our goal is to reduce the need of medical support. And bottom line is keep people in their homes independently and safely,
Right.
without needing an exuberant amount of medical
So
support.
if someone were to call you, do they call you and say, because you said assist with, so would someone call you and say, I need help with the wash and I need help with whatever they would need?
Right.
And then you kind of fit them?
Right.
What
to a
does that
person that
process
would-
look like
yeah.
once
Yeah,
somebody's
thank you.
contacted you?
That's what I'm trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's a great question.
absolutely. So we're contacted on a daily basis by either seniors themselves that are recognizing that there are some things that are becoming a little more challenging for them, or by adult children
Okay.
who are starting to recognize some things that are starting to become an issue. And at that point, we have a conversation with them. We have a lot of questions that we ask over the phone, just a phone screening, just to get an idea of what it is that's happening and what the needs are, to make sure that we would be able to fulfill those needs effectively and make sure that they're taken care of. Once we've determined that, we send out a pre-care assessment link. It's an online link that an adult child, for example, or many of our seniors do it themselves. And it just is information that will allow us to understand what a care plan might look like for them. In our experience, we can look at certain things and already kind of establish what it is that we're going to be looking at in terms of scheduling and support.
So what are some of the things they ask for help with?
Well, typically they're starting to have problems with one of four things. Either they're not able to cook, they're not able to prepare meals that they're able to maintain a nutritious diet with.
That's important.
Which is huge.
Right.
They're not able to keep up their house like they used to. Vacuuming, dusting, those kinds of things become more challenging as we age, obviously. It's harder for me already.
Yeah.
But medication management can be tough. And personal grooming and bathing is a huge one. We've got a lot of folks that they're recovering from an acute issue like a hip replacement, knee replacement, things of that nature.
So you can help them with a lot of major things in their lives.
We can, and our goal is to do just that. Provide that support. We go out, we do an assessment with our senior, their support network, make sure that we are the right fit, but also get a really good understanding of their environment, make suggestions, help them with things that are available to them. A lot of people don't know what's available
Exactly.
to them.
So how often would somebody come out to help them? Is that something you decide at the beginning, how often they would need you, the senior would need?
Based on our assessment, based on our conversation with their support network, based on what their schedule typically looks like, the types of things they need, that's when we determine what the schedule is actually going to look like.
Okay.
But we do it based on their need.
Right.
We don't just throw a schedule at them. We have structured scheduling because I take care of my providers as well as I do our receivers of care, and I like to provide consistency in scheduling for them too.
Right.
So there is a structure per se, but with that said, we base that structure on their needs.
Okay, sounds like a good program.
It is.
Thank you.
Sounds really
Sounds
good.
great. It really does. So is there more than just the Clarkston location in the state of Michigan? Because you said in the beginning your husband and you went out and met with them and helped bring it back here to Michigan.
Right.
So are there other locations?
Yes, we are very happy that we've grown, and while we were the first, we do have 7 partners that are covering areas. We have coverage in Grand Rapids, Farmington, Lansing. There are several offices.
It shows you the need,
Yes.
Oh,
the
it's
need
huge.
for, yes.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we'll have Dawn tell us some additional things about some other resources and things that they have to share with you. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Senior Break, and boy, Dawn, you really provided us all with some great information about your services and what you can offer to those in our community. In addition to all of those, I saw on your website that you also have a resource tab or resources that people can go to and click on links, and they can take you anywhere depending upon what your need is. But I also saw that you have the Senior Circle, right?
Right, the
Yes.
Senior Circle, yeah.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what the Senior Circle is and maybe some of the topics that are on Senior Circle.
Sure.
And how, and then our audience can and take a look at those.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's always been our goal to make sure that while we're a company that provides services for individuals, that we also provide resources and information for the community, because we're all in, at some point in our life, we're all in a position where we're either wanting to care for someone, we have to care for someone, or we just want to have the information available because we have loved ones that are aging, or neighbors that are aging. So with our resource page, we just wanted to make sure that we put relevant information out there for our seniors and their families, so they can, they're going to have certain issues that they face, and they're like, I have no idea where to go. So they can check out our resource page on our website, like you said, to see that. And then, in addition to wanting to provide more information, we started a program that I wanted to share certain topics and didn't know exactly the best way to convey or provide that information. So we started doing videos, and just on particular, very specific topics. So they're not super long or anything like that, but they're informative and they are always specific. So I've done many on certain topics like how do you talk to your parents when it's time to maybe take away those keys? Maybe driving's become an issue. What to say, what to convey, how to give comfort while also achieving your goal. I've done segments on different heart issues to raise awareness in that. Diabetes.
Fall prevention, I saw.
Fall prevention is a huge one, right? We all know the danger of falls and the consequences that they bring. Wandering. We did a piece on wandering. I mean, I think there are about 30 or 35 out there. I'm not exactly sure.
Good topics.
But there are a lot of things that just are, we have questions and we just want information. So we put that out there. It's in the video form and in written form.
That's great.
So that we can provide. And then another reason we did those is because we always want to provide resources for our care providers that are out there in the field. They're the ones that really make what we do happen. I have an amazing staff. I'm so blessed. And we want them to have the resources and tools available to them as well. So they receive, every time one is published, they receive it also in an email so they can check it out and have that knowledge, have that, and be able to share it as well.
Sure.
So that was just really important to us, that we provide that information to seniors in the community and their families.
That's great. So you talked a little bit about staff.
Yes.
Yeah, you just kind of led into that. How do you hire people? Are those that go out into the community? Are they volunteers?
That's a great question. So all of our care providers are actually employees of Seniors Helping Seniors. They have the protections over them that are required. When you go into a home, it's a delicate matter. You're in someone's home. You're caring for someone. They have the insurance that covers them for absolutely everything. They have workers' compensation coverage. They are bonded, and so we protect our folks that are providing care as much as we protect our receivers of care. So our individuals that are providing service for us, they're either retired professionals that aren't ready to quit and they want to stay engaged, they want to stay connected with people. A lot of times we'll find retirees, they love that first year, it's good, but then it kind of starts slowing. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't golf every day. I want to do something.
Right.
And it's so rewarding to know that you've helped somebody during the day they wouldn't have been able to do the things they did or even make it through the day
Right.
had it not been for the extra support that
Right.
they had.
It's very
so
rewarding.
So rewarding,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that really helps you sleep at night.
Yeah.
And it's something that our senior care providers, they just appreciate so very much. So they're either retired professionals, like I said, or they're folks that have maybe been providing this type of support for their mom, their dad, their aunt, their uncle, their friend.
Sure.
And they feel that is what fulfilled them, and they just want to continue helping and provide. A lot of folks will tell me, I learned so much,
Yeah.
I have so much knowledge about this
Right.
that
I want to do
I
it.
can't do it for dad anymore because he's gone, but I'd love to do it for another and give that peace of mind, not only to the senior, but to their family.
right.
A son and daughter our ages, we're thinking about our loved ones, right? We want to know they're okay.
Right.
We want that peace of mind that when we're not there, we don't have our hands on, we do have eyes and ears of somebody that cares and is looking over them. So that very, very short answer that could have been a yes or no, they are employees of our
Okay.
company. They are compensated for their hours
Okay.
of service. And a lot of times, our folks, they're doing it because they want to, not necessarily because they have to,
Right.
which I think brings an ingredient to the table
Right.
of providing care. But there's nothing wrong with making some extra money
Money,
that
right.
allows them to buy gifts for their grandchildren, or maybe it's their golf money,
Right.
or you
Yeah.
just never know. Or it's money that's helping them pay bills. It's money that's helping them take care of things that they need to take care of, and I love that. I
And
love
since they're
that.
seniors helping seniors, they probably feel more confident with them because they know what they're going through.
That's a very, very good point. Our seniors that need help, it's a delicate matter to have somebody come and help you. When you can develop a rapport, a relationship that gives you comfort, feels like more like receiving help from a friend as opposed to a caregiver.
Right. That's
It's
Or wait till you get to be my age.
I know. Well,
Remember
and
Yeah,
they
that's what they would say.
Yes,
they have some of
exactly.
the same life experiences, and they can bond and so forth.
They want to talk about the same things. They remember the same
Right.
Yeah,
things. They
yeah.
sing the same songs. When we have folks with dementia, it's amazing what music can do. And I have several of our care receivers that they might not be able to convey a full sentence to you. It might be very difficult, but boy, can they sing a song.
Yeah. All right, and so for this service that you're providing, is there a cost, and how is that decided?
Yes, so there is a cost. We do charge an hourly rate for our services, and that is determined based on the types of needs that are needed and the level of hands-on care, et
Okay.
cetera. Level of dementia, there's 7 levels, so it's
Okay.
you never really know
Sure.
exactly where you'll be. But that is how our care providers are compensated,
Okay.
right?
What if, do you take insurance?
So the insurances that we're able to take are long-term care insurance plans.
Okay.
So I really advocate to everyone, the need for long-term care insurance is huge. And I encourage everyone to look into it because I've seen some situations where it was available and that was great, but I've seen some really difficult situations where it wasn't available. So we do take long-term care. We also find that, veterans benefits are something that a lot of people aren't aware of. A lot of our veterans don't know exactly what is available to them. So that's something as well that we do participate in and take.
That's great to know.
So we encourage folks to look into that.
All right. So if you are interested in wanting to learn more about seniors helping seniors, you will either want to help and go out and be a care provider, or you need that service or would like to know more about the services, please reach out to Seniors Helping Seniors in Clarkston. Their phone number is 248-969-4000. Well, thank you so much, Dawn, for coming out today.
A lot of
you.
information,
Yeah.
good information that we need.
Well, I appreciate that very
Yeah.
much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.